The Overwatch Esports World Cup is coming up in a few days, so today I'm going to go over all 16 teams and talk about their players and give a realistic prediction as to how they can do. If you like this video or any of my content, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. We are getting really close to 3,000 subscribers, and I'd love to get there before the summer ends. Let me know who you think is going to win the Overwatch Esports World Cup in the comments section down below. With that said, let's get started, beginning with Group A. This tournament is divided up into 4 groups, with 4 participants in each one. In Group A, we have Team Falcons, Virtus Pro, Weibo Gaming, and AGAL International, formerly known as AGG. And man, this is a really stacked group. You're looking at some of the best Korean talent with AGG and Team Falcons mixed together, the best Chinese team, Weibo Gaming, and Virtus Pro, who are a really good EMEA team. All 4 of these teams I could see making it to the top, but somehow 2 of them are going to be eliminated. And honestly, I'm going to have a really hard time picking out which one. Starting things off with Team Falcons, this is the championship team from the last season, but they've been struggling recently. They didn't qualify through Korea, and they had to make it here through the last chance qualifiers. Now, do I think that this team is going to flop out? Probably not. They always seem to find a way to win, but I'm pretty sure, I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure that Stalker won't be participating, which means that it'll be proper merit for a majority of the time. This is a really talented roster, and on paper, I would take them to win every time. But I still have my doubts. They'll have to prove me wrong, and we'll have to see what the meta looks like. Moving over to Virtus Pro, this team definitely struggled a little bit in the last stage, but they still look like one of the best teams from EMEA. It's unfortunate that a team of this caliber got shoved into a group like this, but that's how it goes. Not getting the top seed will definitely come back to bite them. This team has a lot of really good players. I think Gala and Fixa have both been playing still very well, and Vestola is easily one of the best tanks in EMEA. This team has a lot of potential, but unfortunately, they're kind of in the group of death, so you gotta be wary with that. As for Weibo Gaming, this is the Hangzhou Spark. It is the Chinese super team that everybody wanted. You got Leave and Shy as the DPS duo, Gushui is making his return, and we're gonna have Monk and Mew, formerly Xerneas and Yveltal. I think this is gonna be a really scary team. They showed us a lot of what they could do at the previous tournament, and I think people are still sleeping on this team somehow. I would not be surprised to see this team make it out of the groups, and they're going to be one of my teams I think will. As for the final team in this group, it's AGG, which is a team that I think a lot of people still don't rate very highly. They have been performing really well. This team is definitely overperforming a lot of their expectations. A lot of their players aren't really big name players, as some of them did play in the Overwatch League, but not for very long, so a lot of people still don't give them a lot of credit. This team is really strong, and I definitely have no doubts that they'll do really well. Specifically, I want to look at Sunjun and Lee Soo-min to make a big difference. We already know what Maka can do. That guy's a freak. I would really like to see Lee Soo-min step up and stay and play with his guy. I'd like to see this team move forward. However, my predictions for Group A is going to be Weibo Gaming and Team Falcons. Unfortunately, I think Falcons have that plot armor. I don't think they're going to go down that easily. I think they'll somehow manage to scrap out a win and make it forward. How much farther forward? I'm not so sure. We'll have to see what the tournament looks like. Moving over to Group B, we have Crazy Raccoon, Rock Esports, Team Liquid, and Varel. And man, looking at the difference between Group A and Group B is gratifying. This is a very split group. I think Rock Esports is where I'm going to start. They're a pretty good team. They've got a lot of players that I think a lot of people still don't really look at in super high regard, like Bellis Rhea, who I think is a lot better than people think. Jinmu is still on this team, Dia, Langsa. Lots of really cool players. However, a lot of them are well past their prime, and keeping up with players like Crazy Raccoon is gonna be a tall order. However, this group is a lot more wide open than some of the other ones, so they definitely have a shot. Moving over to our North American representative, we have Team Liquid. This team is definitely a very strong contender, going all the way, getting second in NA Stage 2, and pretty much they could have gone either way. They got outfoxed by GK, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them play really well. This DPS lineup of Knife, Tree, and Zera is disgusting. And as a whole, I think this team has a lot of upside. I mean, think about what the Toronto Defiant did last time. I wouldn't be shocked to see them go on a similar run. However, I do think they are limited. I don't think they have the ability to take down these top-tier Korean teams, but I think they have more than enough to make it out of this group. Next up, we have Varel, our Japanese team. It's going to be a lot of pretty cool players. I mean, for starters, you got Nico and Quickie, KSG, Cloud, Mimosa, a lot of those guys that have been on Varel for a long time. But they also have DPS player Top Dragon, who I think will make a lot of impact. This is a really good team. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really watch their region very much. I have no really good indicator on how good they are. I think this is a very good team. I wouldn't be shocked to see them do super well, but I don't see them making it out of this group. It's going to be tough. They have a chance here. I think really, realistically, Team Liquid is their best bet. And the reason why is because I think one spot is guaranteed to be taken up by Crazy Raccoon. This team purposefully tanked to try to knock Team Falcons into last chance qualifiers, then just won it anyway. This roster is stacked. This is their time to win. They're a little salty about last year. This team could have won a championship, but they fumbled at the wrong time. They need to stay strong throughout the whole year. You got the best player potentially in the history of the game. You got Lip, you got Junbin and Max on the tank line. Chorong and Shu is a disgusting support line, and he's saying is still getting slept on despite showing how good he is. This team, honestly, if they don't make at least top 4, it's a disappointment. And honestly, not finals might be a disappointment, depending on how the bracket looks. This is definitely a favorite. So for this group, for Group B, I'm going to be taking Crazy Raccoon and Team Liquid to make it out of this group. In Group C, we have Alcatia, GK Esports, Team CC, and Zocorp Esports. This is definitely a lot more of a tight group, but we're going to start with some ones that I don't really know a whole lot about. Zocorp Esports are the winners of the Faceit League South American Masters, so they're definitely an unproven team, definitely the most underdog-looking team in this group. They have a lot of potential. I could really see them, playing up, but let's be realistic here. Some of the teams in here are some of the best in the world. Dealing with a team like Alcatia or GK is a tall order. I don't expect them to do well, but maybe they'll prove me wrong. Another team in this boat is Team CC, the second place team from China. Now, this team has a lot of really cool players. Kaneki, Pineapple, Gaga, Farway. Farway 2025? Did he change his name? He changed his name? That's very fun. Anyway, sorry, I hadn't seen that before. Team CC are a really good team. They came in second to Weibo. That's, a pretty tall order. That's a really good team. However, I'm not sure what their ceiling is. I don't really know how much to rate the Chinese region. We haven't seen them play a lot of regions before. I think they're going to be very good. I think they'll surprise a lot of people. Do I expect them to move on? Maybe. Probably not, though. But we'll see. Moving over to our NA rep again, we've got GK Esports with Lethal, Maimon, Kuffa, UV, and Admiral. This team, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people. Remember, this is the team that was formerly Nightmare, the team that beat Crazy Raccoon. This is a really, really good team. Still somehow underrated despite winning NA. I think this team has a lot of potential to go a lot farther than people think. Do I think they'll make a run to the finals? Depends on the bracket. Do I think they'll win the whole thing? Probably not, but I would not be shocked at a couple upsets here and there. Ultraviolet and Admiral might be the most underrated backline in the entire OWCS. Just keep an eye on this team. We'll see how far they go. However, standing in their way is Alcatia, who are the number 1 team from EMEA. I'm not sure how these groups were made and why number 1 from EMEA and number 1 from NA are in the same group, but that's just how it goes, I guess. This is a really good team. Labda and Checkmate have emerged as a really good DPS line. Zyad is one of the best young tanks in the game, and Landon is playing out of his mind throughout the whole year. This is a really good team. This team pretty much dominated their way through EMEA so far. They've been up on the up and up. The more they play, the more they've shown how good they can be, the better and better they look. They're no longer the underdog. They are now the team to beat. I think Alcatia have a really good chance of running away with this group, and that's why my predictions for Group C is that the winners will be Alcatia and GK Esports. And in Group D, we have T1, the Gatos Guapos, Twisted Minds, and Sign Esports, formerly known as Nightmare. Let's start out with Sign Esports. This team is the Nightmare squad. They signed them for the Esports World Cup. I'm just going to refer to them as Sign because that's what they're playing as, but just know it's Nightmare. This team is really good. They came in 3rd, coming in NA, which is still a pretty good spot. This team has a lot of really good underrated talent coming out of Timeless. Rocket has been on the up and up for a very long time, and I would not be shocked to see this team make a little bit of a run. They do have a pretty tough group. T1 and Twisted Minds are some serious competitors, but you never know. I think upsets can definitely happen, but be careful. Keep your eyes on them. As for the Gatos Guapos, this is our first place team from Asia Pacific, and man, this is a really fun roster to watch. You've got Punk, the absolute Australian classic, holding it down on tank. You got Color Hex and Young on DPS, and of course Rack Attack is on support. It's going to be a really good time to watch this team. They don't have very high expectations, which means there's a lot of room for them to play pressure-free. I don't think they'll do anything crazy, but I've been proved wrong before. I'd like to see them make a crazy upset. It'd be really fun to watch, I think. However, they're going to have to get through two very difficult teams, one of which is Twisted Minds, the second place team from EMEA. This team has had a little bit of a resurgence since they've signed a lot of players, swapped around the way they played the game, plus the meta was absolutely in their favor. But now they're going to have to go up against a lot of really strong talent, and we'll see how well they can do. Last time it was a first round exit, and I'm kind of expecting the same thing from them here, but we'll see what it looks like. This group is definitely survivable for them. Quartz has yet again proved to be one of the best players in EMEA, Funny Astro has been playing really well, and KSA is a monster. This is a pretty good team. I wouldn't be shocked to see them make it out of the groups, but I don't know how much farther than that they're going to get. And our final team is T1, the second place team from Korea, and this team could win the whole thing. This is a very strong team. They only lost to Crazy Raccoon, and honestly, they probably could have won that series had they played just a little bit better. Proud, Viper, and Zest, it makes up their DPS line with Donghack, my goat, playing on tank. This is a very strong line with a very, very solid backline. Skewed and Vigilante have emerged as really, really good players in the later years, and I'm excited to see them really get a chance to show everyone that they might be the best in the world right now. T1 are going to have to fight through the bracket. I think realistically, they want to go for the finals. That's their expectations, but you never know. I'd like to see this team make it very far. This team should make it very far. But they have to fight their way through groups, and I think they will. I'm going to make my prediction be T1 and Twisted Minds making it out of Group D. As for the actual bracket, in total, I don't think we'll have many crazy results. My expectations are anyone from Crazy Raccoon, T1, maybe we can see like an Alkatsi or a EK sneak up. I still think it'll probably be Crazy Raccoon versus T1 in the finals, though. We'll see. I think it's going to be a really, really fun tournament. Hopefully we have some good results, although you never know. With the way the seeding in the bracket goes, we might see a team that should make it get knocked out in the first round, because that's just how it goes. No double elimination is really weird. It's honestly a little disappointing, but it's how it goes. I am excited for this tournament. We haven't had any content in so long, and I've been waiting forever. My official prediction for who I think will win the whole tournament is going to be Crazy Raccoon. This team should win on paper. My personal favorite team to pick for. I mean, look at the profile picture, right? This team should win it all, but I wouldn't be surprised to see T1 or somehow Team Falcons are going to make it to the finals somehow. Of course, I mean, they will. They'll find a way. But regardless, I think it'll be a really great tournament. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd enjoyed this video, please do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like and leave a comment down below letting me know who you think is going to win the Esports World Cup. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, love you guys.